Black Pine Road was the kind of place where streetlights flickered for no reason, where the trees leaned just a little too close to the road, and where people lowered their voices when talking about the old Hensley house. For years it remained empty, decaying, silent, and avoided by the entire town of Brentwood, Colorado. When Emily Walker, a 27-year-old crime podcaster from Denver, heard about the house, she immediately felt a story begging to be uncovered. Her podcast, Unsolved Midnights, was blowing up recently, and she needed a case that would push it to the next level. The Hensley house was rumored to be cursed. People said the last family who lived there vanished overnight in 1998. No bodies, no crime scene, just a single message, written on the kitchen wall in black marker. We didn't leave. The message was removed years ago, but locals still whispered about it. Emily had covered dozens of cold cases before, but something about this house felt different. Maybe it was the silence around it, maybe the avoidance, maybe because no investigator had ever stayed inside long enough to finish a full walkthrough. Maybe because people said the house didn't let you leave. Emily didn't believe in curses. She believed in patterns, motives, and psychological breakdowns. And she believed this house held a story. Emily arrived at Black Pine Road a little after 4 p.m. Fog hugged the ground, and the November air carried a sharp chill. The house stood 3 stories tall, wooden, gray, and sagging with age. Every window looked like a dark, staring eye. She pressed record on her recorder. Day 1, Hensley House investigation. If anything happens to me, well, I hope this recorder survives. She forced a laugh, but even she could hear the tremble in her voice. The front door groaned open with the slightest touch. The inside smelled of dust, old wood, and something metallic, like rust or dried blood. She shook the thought away. Her flashlight cut across the living room. Furniture lay covered in white sheets. A family photo frame sat face down on the mantel. And yet, the air felt disturbingly warm, like someone had been here recently. Emily flipped the frame upright. The Hensley family, mom, dad, daughter, maybe 9 years old, and a baby boy. Their smiles looked forced. As she lowered the frame, her light caught something on the wall behind it, a faint outline, a stain, like words someone cleaned, but not fully. Emily brought the light closer, and slowly, ghost-like, letters appeared. We didn't leave. She stumbled back, heart racing. The message had been removed. So why was it still visible? She pulled her recorder close. Okay, this is interesting. Some kind of chemical residue, maybe. Or humidity. I'm not jumping to supernatural conclusions. She took a slow breath. Not yet. The stairs creaked under her weight. Each step felt heavier, like the house resented the intrusion. At the top of the stairs was a long hallway lined with doors, all closed, except one. The door to the daughter's room was half open, slowly swinging as if someone had nudged it. Emily stepped inside. Pink wallpaper peeled from the walls. A small bed sat in the corner. Dolls lay scattered on the floor, most broken, missing limbs, or burned at the edges. In the center of the room was a music box. It shouldn't have been working. It shouldn't have been wound. But when Emily stepped closer, it began playing in its own, a slow, eerie lullaby. Emily froze. There was no wind in the room, no movement. Still, the music box played. And then, tap, tap, tap. 3 knocks on the doorframe behind her. Emily spun around. No one. Her breath hitched, panic creeping in. She stepped out of the room, and the music stopped instantly. Dead silent. Too silent. the kind of silence that vibrates in your bones. Downstairs again, Emily noticed something she hadn't earlier. A door near the kitchen. Wooden, old, and covered in claw-like scratches. She didn't remember seeing it before. Her flashlight flickered. Emily lifted her recorder. Her voice shook slightly now. I'm going to check the basement, but these scratches, they're new, fresh. Something's off. She turned the doorknob. It opened easily. Stale, cold air rushed out. The basement steps spiraled down into darkness. Halfway down, Emily heard movement below. Not footsteps. Breathing. Ragged, wet breathing. She swallowed hard. Hello? Is someone there? The breathing stopped. Then, a child's whisper. Help me. Emily froze on the stairs. It wasn't imagined. It wasn't a memory. It came from the basement. She forced herself down the remaining steps. Her flashlight revealed the basement, cluttered with boxes, old furniture, and dust thick as snow. Ooh, who's down here? She whispered. Silence, until the flashlight caught something in the far corner. A little girl, sitting with her knees to her chest, hair covering her face, wearing the same dress as the girl in the photo upstairs. Emily's voice cracked. Hello? Are you? The girl lifted her head. Her eyes were black, completely black, and her voice came out in a whisper that didn't sound like a child at all. We told you. We didn't leave. The flashlight died. The basement went pitch black. Emily's scream tore through the darkness. Hours later, the sheriff's department received a call from a passerby reporting shouting from the Hensley house. Deputies arrived at sunrise. The front door was wide open. Emily's car was still outside. Her backpack lay just inside the hallway. Her flashlight lay broken on the living room floor. And her recorder was found on the basement steps. The last thing it captured, Emily. Hello? Please, who are you? Unknown female, whispering. We're still here. Emily. What do you want from me? Unknown. Stay. Emily. No, no, please. Sound of dragging, Emily screaming. Unknown. Many voices overlapping. No one leaves. Then silence. Deputies searched the entire house. They never found Emily, but the photos on the living room mantelpiece had changed. In the family photo, there was now a fifth person standing behind the family. A woman, with Emily's face, smiling unnaturally. The house has remained locked ever since. The sheriff's office boarded it up, placed warning signs all around it. But sometimes at night, people driving past Black Pine Road swear they see a woman standing in the upstairs window. Sometimes she waves. Sometimes she whispers. Sometimes she asks for help. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want more dark, mysterious, and chilling tales like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell icon. I'll see you in the next story. Until then, stay curious, stay safe,